Alright, how you doing? I'm John Gibbons. Today we're going to be talking about molds and how they're used and what different forms or patterns they can make. So this is a mold blown sculpture I made in college. I made the mold myself out of about 70 pounds of plaster. I made the original shape out of wood and then made a 3-part plaster mold around it. And so this is what it would create, and there would be a bit of scrap glass coming off here to the blowpipe. I'd cut it off, grind it smooth, and then I sandblasted them. And I connected all these using silicone. I had a whole series of these sculptures for my graduation show, my BFA show, but they all broke. This is the last one remaining. So this was a mold I used to create a form. So there was no pattern involved. I blew it into the mold and then it was done. I just put it away. I just want to show you all the different kinds of molds today, so thanks for watching. Okay, so this is the whole array of molds I use today. And so this pineapple mold is one of my favorite. It's got all these pyramid-like spikes in it that put a bunch of dents in the glass. And when the glass gets blown out, you get this really cool pattern, which can be great for a lampshade, because it kind of makes the light bounce. And here's one, maybe a little more obvious when it's clear, what it can do. And if you gather molten clear on top of it, then you get this really cool bubble pattern. And then there's, so that's the same mold, just smaller, pineapple mold. And then there's an optic mold here. It's got 12 ribs, and that's how you can get this pattern. And so the ribs are on the surface, I didn't gather over it. So molds can either create patterns or forms. And I use this mold to create a pattern. And then I shape this bowl freehand off the blowpipe and punch it. So here is a mold that could be used for a pattern, but I utilized it more for the form to create these little votives. And then here's another optic mold similar to this one, just smaller. This one is from Italy, Carlo Donà. And here's another similar one. This one's from JohnGibbonsGlass. He's down in Mendocino. And these little marble molds are how I make the marbles, and the glass just kind of rolls in there. Okay, so here's another example of using a mold for a form and not a pattern. The pattern was created from cane work that we rolled up on the molten glass and twisted, and then this mold creates my nice spherical form. Then I had this mold made, and it's a heart with a hoof in it, and this is for casting glass into. And here's another mold that I made myself in college. It's bronze, it's a little face. And so I cast little glass vases, or I can push it into a figurine and make a glass sculpture, glass figure. So I feel like sometimes people think molds are cheating, but there's nothing easy about molds. In fact, cheating's encouraged in art, so you can cheat your way through art at any time. I think Picasso said, good artists borrow and great artists steal. So cheating's right in line with that. So you can have molds made for you. You can make your molds yourself. But molds are great. I really encourage them. So I find my molds from suppliers like Olympic Color Rod or Spiral Arts. Sometimes I hunt down used ones on eBay. Sometimes I make them. There's also G&G Machine Works. They do all my graphite molds. And the Italian mold, Carlo Donà, that company makes really good molds. But I hope you learned a lot watching this, and let me know if you have any questions and leave comments below. Thanks for watching.